Welcome to this edition of News Today, a series where we briefly discuss and analyze important news of the day. Without delay, let's explore the headlines first. Vice President said that Buddha's teachings are not relics of past but a compass for our future. NGO Pratham releases its annual Status of Education Report 2023 Beyond Basics. Mission Coordination Cell will be the coordinating agency of the National Quantum Mission. Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology established India Innovation Centre for Graphene at Kochi, Kerala. Ministry of Railways announces successful trial on Eastern Dedicated Freight Corridor. Decoding India's Changing Monsoon Patterns, a Tehsil level assessment report released by CEEW. Starting with the first news, Vice President said that Buddha's teachings are not relics of the past but a compass for our future. Let's start by first diving into the teachings of Buddha. In the 6th century BC, Buddha preached that life brings sorrow. To find freedom, one must overcome desire. His teachings encompass 4 noble truths, an 8-folded path or Ashtangika mark. The central theme of Buddha's teaching revolves around the 4 noble truths, which are suffering, cause of suffering, end of suffering, and the path that leads to the end of suffering. An 8-fold path or path to the end of suffering includes right views, aspiration, speech, action, livelihood, effort, mindfulness, and concentration. He also advocated a middle path, a simple virtuous life between extreme austerity and luxury. The contemporary relevance of Buddha's teachings is profound in various aspects of governance and societal well-being. Embracing the principles of right speech, conduct, and livelihood can foster citizen-centric governance, making administration more responsive and service-oriented. The promotion of scientific temper rooted in mindfulness, concentration, and right understanding can nurture a spirit of inquiry essential for progress. The pursuit of the middle path advocated by Buddha offers a sustainable solution to pressing issues like consumerism, climate change, and corruption. In pursuance of just and egalitarian society, Buddha's teachings encourage the elimination of discrimination against vulnerable sections such as sex workers, women, and transgender individuals. The inclusive institution of Sangha, open to all persons above 15 years of age, exemplifies Buddha's vision of social harmony. His stance on the existence of God, neither accepting nor rejecting, and focus on individual and his actions promoting interfaith harmony and peace. Moreover, Buddha's emphasis on love for all living beings and the law of karma provides a potent antidote to contemporary challenges such as wars, terrorism, extremism, and violence.
Coming to the next news, the NGO Pratham has released its annual Status of Education Report 2023 Beyond Basics, which collects information related to youth aged between 14 and 18 years. Let's go through the key highlights of the report. 86.8% in the age group are enrolled in either school or college. 84% of young people have completed 8 or more years of schooling against 81% in 2017. 56.4% and 31.3% are pursuing humanities and science beyond standard 10th, while a mere 0.7% in the age group are reported to be studying agriculture. About 25% of this age group still cannot read a standard 2 level text fluently in the regional language. Females outperform males in reading such text in regional language, while males perform better in arithmetic and English reading. Only 5.6% of youth are taking vocational training or other related courses currently. Most youth who are working in activities other than household work tend to be working on family farms. Now coming to digital access. 95% of males and 90% of females knew how to use a smartphone. However, males are over twice as likely to own smartphones than females. The out-of-school rate for females in the age group is only 0.2% higher than that of males. Now let's know about the ASER report. Well, the report was launched in 2005 and is a citizen-led survey offering insights into rural India's children's education. The basic ASER survey collects information about enrollment in preschool and school for children in the age group of 3 to 16. The Beyond Basic survey focuses on the activities, awareness, abilities and aspirations of youth aged between 14 and 18.
Moving on to the next news. Mission Coordination Cell will be the coordinating agency of the National Quantum Mission. In the first meeting, The mission governing body of National Quantum Mission also announced that the Mission Coordination Cell will work in coordination with the Department of Science and Technology under the Ministry of Science and Technology. The Department of Science and Technology is the implementing agency of the National Quantum Mission. Mission Coordination Cell will be set up in an institution identified by the Department of Science and Technology based on merit and existing infrastructure. It will function under the overall supervision and guidance of Mission Technology Research Council. Now let's understand and discuss about the quantum technology. It works by using the principles of quantum mechanics or the physics of subatomic particles, including quantum entanglement and superposition. In entanglement, two atoms are connected or entangled despite being separated, and in superposition, a quantum state can be represented as the sum of two or more states. Qubits or quantum bit is the basic unit of information used in quantum computing. Now let's discuss and dive into the details about the mission. Launched in 2023, it aims to speed, nurture, and scale up scientific and industrial research and development and create a vibrant and innovative ecosystem in quantum technology. The duration of the mission will be between 2023 to 2031. It targets to develop intermediate scale quantum computers with 50 to 1000 physical qubits in 8 years, and to secure satellite-based quantum communications between ground stations over a range of 2000 kilometers within India and with other countries, as well as intercity quantum key distribution over 2000 kilometers. 4 thematic hubs will be established, namely quantum computing, quantum communication, quantum sensing and metrology, and quantum materials and devices. If we talk about the significance of mission, then it will help in developing magnetometers with high sensitivity for atomic systems and atomic clocks for precision timing, communications, and navigation. Launched in 2023, it aims to seed, nurture, and scale up scientific and industrial research and development and create a vibrant and innovative ecosystem in quantum technology.
Coming to the next news. The Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology has established the India Innovation Center for Graphene at Kochi in Kerala. The center is India's first graphene center. The Innovation Center is a joint venture of the Digital University of Kerala, Center for Materials for Electronics Technology, and Tata Steel Limited. The Innovation Center aims to foster research and development, product innovation and capacity building in the area of graphene and two-dimensional materials. It will also support the Graphene Aurora program of the ministry. This program aims to fill the gap between R&D and commercialization by providing a complete facility to startup and industry. Let's briefly understand what graphene is. Well, it is a two-dimensional allotrope of carbon. It consists of a single layer of carbon atoms arranged in a hexagonal lattice like a honeycomb. It is prepared by heating graphite, coal tar, and shellac, or a mixture of these three, in an inert atmosphere. It is used in different industries. In electronics, for supercapacitors, touchscreens, better energy storage, etc. In biomedical industry, it can be used in different fields, like targeted drug delivery. In defense, it is used in developing stealth coatings. In ultra-sensitive sensors, for environmental monitoring. Graphene has a high surface area and good biocompatibility. It has a strong mechanical strength and excellent thermal conductivity. Along with IICG, the Center of Excellence in Intelligent Internet of Things Sensors was also launched. It aims at creating incubation facilities, build capacity in intelligent IoT sensors, and promote research and innovation. IoT is the interconnection of computing devices in everyday lives with the internet. Intelligent IoT is integrated with artificial intelligence.
In our next news, Ministry of Railways announces successful trial on Eastern Dedicated Freight Corridor. With this, the Eastern Dedicated Freight Corridor or EDFC is ready for commercial freight train operations. EDFC is part of the ambitious Dedicated Freight Corridor project. The Eastern Dedicated Freight Corridor covers a stretch of 1,337 kilometers from Sahnewal in Punjab to Sonnagar in Bihar. It will pass through Haryana, Uttar Pradesh and Jharkhand, and this project is funded by the World Bank. Let's also talk about the Dedicated Freight Corridor or DFC project. DFC is a railway corridor designed for the rapid and efficient transportation of goods and commodities. DFC project is implemented by the Dedicated Freight Corridor Corporation of India Limited, which is wholly owned enterprise of the Ministry of Railways. The other major dedicated freight corridor is the Western Dedicated Freight Corridor. Let's also have a look at some new proposed corridors in India. These are East-West Corridor from Kolkata to Mumbai, North-South Corridor from Delhi to Chennai, East Coast Corridor from Kharagpur to Vijayawada, and Southern Corridor from Chennai to Madgaon, Goa. Now let's discuss and understand the significance of this project. It will decongest India's railway network by separating freight traffic from passenger traffic on the railway network, fostering capacity enhancement. Quicker transit times and reduced fuel consumption will help in cost reduction. Furthermore, it will promote regional development in the eastern part of Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. Some other benefits include infrastructure upgradation like modern signaling systems, reduction in greenhouse gas emissions, and employment generation.
Coming to the next news, the Council on Energy, Environment and Water, or the CEEW, has recently released a report titled Decoding India's Changing Monsoon Patterns, a tehsil level assessment. The report by CEEW analyzes the meteorological data from 1982 to 2022 recorded by the Indian Meteorological Department, or the IMD. Let's go through the key findings of the report. The climate change projections indicate a 10 to 14% surge in southwest monsoon rainfall in India by the end of the 21st century. Coming to the trends over the past decade, that is between 2012 and 2022, with respect to the southwest monsoon, more than half tehsil experienced a rise in frequency of heavy rainfall, particularly in high GDP states like Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Gujarat, and Karnataka. The Indo-Gangetic Plains and Northeast reported an increase in dry days. With respect to the Northeast monsoon, there were no significant changes in the frequency and intensity of very heavy rainfall events, dry days, or moderate rainfall days. Let's take a look at the recommendations by the report. Enhancing resilience against shifting monsoon patterns, mapping monsoon performance at more localized level. Currently, the IMD provides information at the country, zonal, state meteorological subdivision, and district scales. The next recommendation is the development of district-level climate action plans, incorporating tehsil-level climate risk assessments. Lastly, investment in automatic weather stations and community-based recordings. There are two types of monsoon in India. The southwest monsoon, which takes over the subcontinent between June to September, and which arises because of the formation of an intense low-pressure system over the Tibetan Plateau and contributes to around 75% of India's rainfall. The second one is northeast monsoon, between October and December, and this monsoon arises due to high-pressure cells that are formed over Siberian and Tibetan plateaus, and this monsoon contributes to about 11% of India's annual rainfall. The place in the news for today is Greenland, the capital of which is Nuuk. According to research, climate change has caused Greenland's ice sheet to lose 20% more ice than previously thought. Greenland is part of Denmark. However, the island's home rule government is responsible for most of the domestic affairs. 2/3 of the island lies within the Arctic Circle, in the North Atlantic Ocean. Canada and Iceland are the two neighboring countries. Let's go through its geographical features. It is the world's largest island. It is noted for its vast tundra biome. The major physical feature is its massive ice sheet, which is second only to Antarctica's in size. Gunbjorn is its highest peak.
As we conclude today's main news, let's take a look at some quick updates. The Supreme Court directed the Union to consider amending the Motor Vehicle Act 2019 to enhance the compensation granted to victims of hit-and-run accidents. Motor Vehicle Act 2019 amended the Motor Vehicles Act 1988 to provide for road safety. It provides compensation of 2 lakh and 50,000 in case of death and injury, respectively. It established Motor Vehicle Accident Fund to provide compulsory insurance coverage to all road users. Researchers have developed an advanced soil-based microbial fuel cell. In it, they improved the design so that it can effectively work in dry conditions. Soil-based MFC generates bioelectricity with the help of microbes instead of chemicals. It consists of an anode, a cathode, and electrolyte. It can be used to fuel underground sensors used in green infrastructure and precision agriculture. Indian Gas Exchange, India's only gas exchange, and Gujarat State Petroleum Corporation signed a Memorandum of Understanding to establish a global hydrogen trading mechanism in collaboration with IFSC Gift City in Gandhinagar, Gujarat. They will develop a global hydrogen price index, a benchmark for price discovery and market information on India's growing green hydrogen market. The World Economic Forum is set to begin a session on the novel Disease X. Disease X is a theoretical term and X refers to unexpected. WHO introduced Disease X in 2018 to represent an unknown pathogen that could cause a serious international epidemic. WHO has placed Disease X alongside other high-priority diseases such as Ebola and Zika virus in its awareness campaigns. The Union Minister of Fisheries launched a project for artificial reefs in Vizinjam under the Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana. The project is aimed at increasing the income of fishermen by enhancing the fish population in the region. Artificial reef is a man-made structure that may mimic some of the characteristics of a natural reef and provides artificial habitat for fish breeding. Natural reefs are made of rocks or the skeletons of small animals called corals. The heavy fuel from Laimakhong power station in Manipur spilled into a stream which joins the Imphal River. Heavy fuel oil is a residual fuel incurred during the distillation of crude oil. Imphal River drains Imphal Valley or the Central Plain. It originates from the northern hills of Karong in Senapati district. Imphal and other rivers create many swamps and lakes. Famous Loktak Lake is one of them. A 3-day conservation festival, Pakke Paga Hornbill Festival, began in Arunachal Pradesh. The festival focuses on wildlife conservation with special emphasis on hornbills. This festival was first held in 2015 to recognize the role of Nishi tribe, the largest tribe of Arunachal Pradesh, in conserving hornbills in Pakke Tiger Reserve. The Nishi had formerly hunted hornbills and later turned conservationist. The Prime Minister visited Guruvayur Temple in Kerala. Guruvayur Temple, also known as Dwarka of the South, and is dedicated to Lord Vishnu. The presiding deity is depicted in a standing posture with 4 hands holding Shankh, Sudarshan Chakra, lotus and mace. It is carved out of stone named Patal Anjana. Temple is erected in such a way that the first rays of the sun descend directly at the feet of Vishnu. In 1931-32, a satyagraha was launched under Kelappan or Kerala Gandhi to secure entry of untouchables into the temple. It led to the Travancore Temple Entry Proclamation in 1936. Before we go, it's time to put your knowledge to test in today's segment of Test Your Learning. Thank you for joining us. We hope you have enjoyed this edition of News Today. To get the answers to today's quiz and to download the PDF of News Today, make sure to check out the links in the description below.